This is Season 6 and a very special holiday episode 127 of the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast.
Sometimes the important thing is not the number of miles you've driven, but what's going on inside your head while driving. The Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast will stimulate your mind and keep you company while on the road. Join us for education, motivation, and inspiration from wherever you may be in our nation. You'll hear roundtable discussions about important information that's impacting our industry. Plus, you'll learn more about new technology, equipment, driving opportunities, safety, and operations. Get driver success and fitness tips to keep you profitable, safe, healthy, as well as entertaining stories from the road. And don't you know, we've all got a few of those. We might be traveling in different directions, but we're all part of one driver community at the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast. With your host, trucker Tim Cicerelli.
Well, hello, friends, and welcome to a very special holiday edition of the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast. My name is Tim Cicerelli, otherwise known as Trucker Tim, and we are very excited that you're spending this holiday edition with us. You know, before we get started, as we are decking the halls, lighting the menorahs, and gathering with loved ones to celebrate the season, we want to take a moment to express our heartfelt gratitude to you, our incredible drivers. While so many families are enjoying holiday dinners, unwrapping presents, or simply sharing special moments, you are out on the road, making sure that the shelves are stocked, that gifts are delivered, and celebrations can happen across the country because of you. We know it is not easy to be away from your families during the holidays, and that's why this episode is all about you. We will be sharing some classic Christmas songs as well as some trucker Christmas songs to brighten your ride and bringing you some holiday wishes from the entire Stevens Transport team. No matter how you celebrate, whether it's Christmas or Hanukkah or just simply reflecting on the season, we want you to feel the love and appreciation coming your way. So grab yourself a cup of coffee, perhaps some hot chocolate to celebrate the season. We're going to kick off this episode with a very special event that took place just a couple of weeks ago that we cannot wait to give you more information on. It is Christmas related, and it is our holiday edition of our Stevens Roundtable. It's our holiday version of our Stevens Roundtable here on the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast. And inside the Roundtable segment for this holiday episode, we've got a very special guest, a driver that's been with us, a few years running now during our Driver Appreciation Week. He always makes time to come by and say hello. I love our time together. A wonderful gentleman and a great driver for Stevens Transport, and someone who dedicated his time and energy to something really sweet, something really special that Stevens Transport is very proud to be a part of. December 14th was Wreaths Across America, and we want to welcome driver Shane Lassiter to the podcast. Shane, good to see you again, my friend. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Wreaths Across America. So for those who have stumbled across the Stevens Transport social media platforms, you know, we've seen photos of what these wreaths are. But if you would, Shane, please tell us what this program is all about and what you did just a couple of weeks ago.
Wreaths Across America is about honoring our veterans and anyone who has served in the U.S. military that has unfortunately passed away. We travel across America, as the company is named, Wreaths Across America. And we deliver wreaths to these national cemeteries, to these state cemeteries, veteran cemeteries. Each grave that is within these cemeteries gets a wreath to let their families know that we love and appreciate the sacrifice that their loved one and that their family has made for this country.
Well, knowing what I know about you, Shane, you also served our country. So thank you for what you've done. Which branch did you serve in?
United States Army.
United States Army. We have another Stevens Transport Army veteran who recently won the Transition Trucking Award in Corey Troxel. So our Army in Stevens is well represented here, and we're so grateful for both y'all and everybody at Stevens who served, and all of our veterans as well. Now, Shane, you had the opportunity to drive into our national cemetery, Arlington National. Shane, how did you become selected to represent Stevens Transport with the Wreaths Across America campaign?
I was at home with my son. I think it was about the last weekend of November, and our driver relations coordinator called me and asked me if I would be interested in doing the Wreaths Across America into Arlington National Cemetery this year. And once it was offered, I jumped on it because, as a veteran, Arlington National Cemetery holds a very special place in my heart.
In addition to showing the family members of our fallen soldiers how much they mean to us, what is the mission of Wreaths Across America?
So the mission of Wreaths Across America lies on three basic principles. Remember, so you're remembering the fallen. Honor, you want to honor our veterans. And teach. And I think that's the most important, is to teach the next generation, is to let them know what people have went through and what our veterans have went through in order to secure the freedoms that we enjoy in this country.
Wow. So when they go and visit and they see the wreaths there and how much our fallen are appreciated, that's absolutely going to stick with them and teach that next generation.
If it doesn't, I don't know what will.
You're right. Especially this time of year, we should remember them 365 days a year. But this time of year, and for the families who are not celebrating the holidays with their loved ones who have served our country, it hits especially hard. Tell us about your personal experience, Shane, what it was like to participate in something like this. What did this mean to you, not just as a representative of Stevens Transport, but personally as a veteran and a representative of Stevens Transport?
It's a very emotional time, because you pull into Arlington National Cemetery and you see just the headstones. No matter how you look at these headstones, they are perfectly in line. Whether you're looking at them straight, from the side, diagonal, they are in a straight line.
Wow.
And you look out at the vastness of this cemetery and you see thousands upon thousands of headstones. And it really hits that all of these people in some capacity have served this country. And for that, I'm forever grateful, especially being someone who had served. I know the sacrifice that a lot of made. Obviously, some of them have made the ultimate sacrifice and given their lives for this country. And for that, I'm extremely grateful.
Wow, Shane, perfectly put, buddy, to visualize it like that. You know, we can hear about the loss and the sacrifice, but when you literally see it, a sea of headstones perfectly aligned, that's really got to hit home. I can see the emotion in your face as we talk about this now.
And I think the most bone-chilling moments that I had in Arlington National Cemetery would be that Saturday when we came from the hotel into the cemetery. The sun was just coming up. There was fog rolling over the cemetery. Wow. And I happened to have where my parking spot was in the cemetery. I was maybe a quarter mile from the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. So I get to my truck. I open my doors. My team starts unloading. And they tell me, hey, you can go explore. Just be back here at 11. So, of course, I'm going to go to the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier and watch a changing of the guard. It's probably 6:45 when I'm walking up. And the only thing that you hear is just the click of that sentinel's heels as he's walking his tour.
Yeah.
And it'll bring a tear to your eye, because in the dead of night, the only person awake and alive in that cemetery is the guard of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. And that's the only thing that you can hear in that cemetery is the click of the heels.
Wow, we're all visualizing it right now. You described it perfectly, Shane. Getting chills as you speak. Looking at the boxes that carried the wreaths across America, there's a quote, "A person dies twice. The first time when life leaves their body, and the second time when their name is spoken for the last time." So as everybody placed those wreaths, they asked that they said each name out loud. That is so poignant. And I could see, I hope you don't mind me saying, the tears in your eyes, which shows what this mission meant to you, Shane.
I have a gentleman that I served with that was in my unit during my first tour. He is interred at Arlington National Cemetery, and that would be Sergeant Juan Carlos Bautiosing, and I had the distinct honor of placing a wreath on his grave while I was there.
Oh,
I spoke his name, and I thanked him for the sacrifice that he made for this country. And when I tell you that it was an emotional ride, it was an emotional ride.
Shane, you have represented our country and Stevens Transport with honor by participating in Wreaths Across America. It's more than a decoration. It's a statement of our appreciation to the sacrifice and to remember our fallen veterans. And you being a veteran that came home, we're very grateful that you are a part of the Stevens family, Shane. I can see the emotion on your face and hear the passion in your voice, and just want to thank you for your service and for participating in Wreaths Across America. I want to wish you and your family a very happy holiday season. And Shane, how are you going to be spending the holidays?
I'll be spending it at home with my wife and my son.
Just made me smile, buddy. What would you like to say to our drivers out there who will not be home with their family? What would you like to say to them?
I know what you're going through. I've spent Christmases on the road myself. I know it's not easy, but keep your head up and just remember that you will get back home to your family. You will see your family. It'll be like Christmas morning all over again for them.
I think what you just said is what our drivers who will not be home for their family this Christmas will really help them get through it. Shane, again, Merry Christmas to you and your family, and thank you for everything you did to represent Stevens Transport with our Wreaths Across America.
Merry Christmas to you and yours, Tim.
I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents under the tree. Christmas Eve we'll find where your love like wings. I'll be home for
Johnson from the 2024 CMA Christmas Special, and I'll be home for Christmas with Only in My Dreams. I'm sure a lot of you out on the road are feeling that way right about now, and again, we cannot thank you enough for the sacrifices you are making so everybody else can have a wonderful holiday, and we certainly can't wait for you to get home to spend the holidays with your family. You know, with the holidays here, that means increased traffic out on the roadways, and we have a quick reminder from our safety supervisor, Terrence Burgess. Terrence reminds us that we do have increased traffic due to traveling to visit family and also because schools are out, including colleges, and that means plenty more novice drivers can be on the road, so look out for them. You know, most people don't have a plan when they're driving, nor do they have hours of service regulations, nor are they at work when behind the wheel, which increases the number of distracted drivers on the road. So please remember to give plenty of room and watch for them telegraphing their movement. Now, with the holidays also comes an increase in alcohol usage and a possible increase in impaired drivers. And let's talk about those peak times on the roads. 1,700 hours on Christmas Eve, the day of the release of this podcast, from 1,700 to 23 hours on Christmas Day, and then back to 1,700 hours on New Year's Eve through the morning of New Year's Day. Keep your lights on while driving, know the road and weather conditions ahead of you, plan your trip, know your route, know the safe havens and the times you'll be driving, and keep that following distance a minimum of 6 seconds. Remember, as professional drivers, your goal is for everyone, including you, to get to where they and you need to go without incident so you and they can have a safe holiday season. Again, another friendly reminder from our safety supervisor, Mr. Terrence Burgess. Coming up around the corner, we have a holiday message from the Stevens Transport staff to all of you, our drivers. That will be audio from a video that we're going to have a link to in our episode notes for you to enjoy. Also, a couple of fun trucking Christmas songs to keep you in the spirit, right here on the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast.
Ever wondered what it's like to drive across the country and get paid to see America's breathtaking landscapes? Welcome to life as a team driver with Stevens Transport. The life of a trucker can sometimes feel solitary, but with team driving, you're never alone. Let's dive into how teaming up with another driver can transform your trucking career. So what exactly is team driving? Simply put, it's when two drivers share the responsibilities of operating the same truck. This allows for continuous travel and efficient delivery. Federal regulations require solo drivers to be off duty for at least 10 consecutive hours after 11 hours of driving. Team driving, however, maximizes productivity by alternating driving shifts, cutting down on overall trip times. By working in shifts, team drivers can cover over 5,500 miles a week. That's more than double what solo drivers can achieve, leading to more priority loads and higher earnings. Efficiency is key. With two drivers, tasks like loading and unloading become quicker and easier. Plus, you'll earn more per mile. One of the greatest perks? You get to choose your driving partner, whether it's a close friend or a new acquaintance. Having a partner on the road makes those long hauls more enjoyable. And what about rest? Team drivers sleep in comfy bunk beds while the truck is moving, allowing for nearly non-stop travel without sacrificing sleep. Safety is another major advantage. With two drivers, there's an added layer of oversight to ensure committed safety. So, if you're ready to take your trucking career to the next level, consider team driving with Stevens Transport. It's the perfect blend of companionship, efficiency, and increased earnings. Explore the benefits of team driving and start your adventure today with Stevens Transport. Apply now and join a team that drives you to success.
Now more than ever, truck drivers are true American heroes. The men and women who literally keep America moving by delivering goods across the country. Being a professional driver is a rewarding, financially lucrative, long-term career filled with exciting adventures. A career where you'll never have to worry about job security. If you have your CDL and keep it up, it will sustain you for the long haul. You can see the country, serve your country, and provide a good life for your family. Whether you'd rather haul on a dedicated route or lane, or prefer working with one specific customer, if you want to own your business, we have a program that sets you up for success with all the tools and support you need. We've got opportunities in our intermodal rail division and have programs to help military veterans transition into trucking careers. We have second generations of drivers whose parents have driven for Stevens, who then trained their children and are now truck drivers. Some are even small fleet owners. So, whatever your dream is, you can achieve it right here at Stevens. If you're looking for a company with a 40-plus year track record that's never had a layoff and just had the largest pay increase in company history for both new and experienced drivers, Stevens Transport has you covered. We offer the finest tools and technology and provide our drivers with the best state-of-the-art equipment on the market. Our infrastructure will support you both on and off the road. As a driver for Stevens, you become part of our family. Many companies throw the word family around. We're family-owned, family-run, and family-driven. Our 40-plus years of success is built on family. At Stevens, you're not just a number. Our drivers are part of our extended family, and we recognize and honor them every chance we get. If you want to be among the top income earners among professional drivers, if you want great benefits, if you want to have every type of driving opportunity at your fingertips, if you want to be part of a company that will stand behind you and ensure your success, come join the Stevens Transport family today and become an American hero. So, what are you waiting for? Take the first step toward your future career with the best trucking company in America. Become part of the Stevens Transport family today by calling our recruiting department at 1-800-333-8595 or apply online at stevenstransport.com.
Welcome back to the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast. My name is Tim Cicerelli, otherwise known as Trucker Tim, and thanks so much for letting me sit shotgun with you today. Hey, listen, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe, download, or follow this podcast from whichever podcast platform you're enjoying it from. We are everywhere. This podcast can be found on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Audible, Amazon Music, you name it. If it's a podcast platform, the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast is there. Please hit that follow, subscribe, and download button. It will help us to continue to bring you all the information you need to know what's going on at Stevens Transport. And for those of you who might be looking for a new career in transportation, and we hope this podcast will help you become familiar with the culture at Stevens, because we would love to have you become a part of our team. All right, how about some holiday trucking songs for you? This is Santa's got an 18-wheeler right here on the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast.
You hear jingle, 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 it's old Chris Kringle, got bells all over his truck. Stay out of his way, he's in a rolling sleigh. Tonight he's really tearing it up. Rudolph's got the night off, all the other reindeer too. He's gonna slightly drive a little later tonight, cause he can't park it on the roof. Santa drives an 18-wheeler just as fast as he can go. He's coming to town with the hammer down. He's really flying low. He's bringing lots of toys for all the girls and boys, passing everything inside. Have no fear, it's jamming them gears, cause he's gotta get it there tonight. 18-wheeler, oh 18-wheeler. Well, it's ho, 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 and away he goes, a real truck driving man. He got red lights burning and his wheels are turning, cause it's Christmas time again. He don't want milk and cookies, he likes his coffee black. Better be good like you know you should, cause next year he'll come back. Santa drives an 18-wheeler just as fast as he can go. He's coming to town with the hammer down. He's really flying low. He's bringing lots of toys for all the girls and boys, passing everything inside.
that Santa's got an 18-wheeler. So I suppose that's you right about now, whether you're listening to this podcast on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, or throughout the holidays. Thank you so much for letting us sit shotgun with you. Now, we want to turn the microphone over to our staff at Stevens Transport, who want to express their gratitude to you for all you're doing this holiday season.
Thank you, and thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you.
We really appreciate everything that y'all do for us.
Thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you.
I'm so thankful for them.
We're very thankful for our drivers.
We are so thankful.
To both you and your families for the sacrifice and commitment that you make to keeping America moving.
I'm beyond thankful for our drivers who are willing to sacrifice their time at home with their families during the holidays to provide for the families across the United States, to make sure there's food on the table, there's goods in the grocery stores.
They make the ultimate sacrifice, not just for us, not for this organization, but for millions of Americans out there.
Getting in there, getting their hands dirty, and getting it done.
So when we go to the store, the shelves are full and we can get things that we need.
They have one of the most mentally taxing jobs out there. It's not only mentally taxing, it's very labor intensive.
It is hard, it is a sacrifice, but the dedication is, not only appreciated by this company, of course, but the public, the people that you're feeding and clothing.
I'm extremely proud and really humble and honored to get to work with our driving fleet.
They are the driving force of America and the driving force of this company. Without them, we wouldn't be here today.
They're handling it out on the road for us. They're there when the weather's bad. They're there when we're sleeping.
They're pretty much like our front line. And they're protecting the quarterback. Without that front line, a quarterback can't do anything.
It's kind of like our playoffs. It's our time of year to perform and show what we can do. It's the time of year that the country's depending on us to deliver their Thanksgiving meals, to deliver their Christmas goods. And our guys always step up and perform, and we appreciate the sacrifices they make. We appreciate our employees, the sacrifices that they make to help our drivers and our safety staff, our operations staff, our maintenance staff to keep them going, and of course the drivers that go out there every day and make it happen. We know it's not easy, but that's the time of year that the country really needs the refrigerated goods out there moving.
Hey, I just want to wish on behalf of the driver recruiting department and all the folks here at Stevens a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays to all the drivers out there, whether you be on the road or at home with your families. We appreciate all you do.
I just appreciate the efforts that they make at taking care of this, because this is a very trying time. It's a trying time for a lot of families. It's a trying time for this nation, as we go through some things, and because the freight still needs to be delivered. And they're out there making it happen. So I appreciate it.
I know the sacrifices that you make on the road every day and how difficult your job is. And we are incredibly blessed to have the best fleet in the industry. And I'm incredibly proud to work alongside of you and support you every mile that you travel.
That is audio from a wonderful video you can find on the Stevens Transport YouTube and Vimeo channels. We're going to have a link to that video in the episode notes. All right, one more fun Christmas song for you to keep you in that holiday spirit. Let's take that highway to the North Pole on the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast.
Santa called a meeting of the North Pole. Elf said, listen here, this year we need a little help. There've been so many good little girls and boys. The sleigh won't hold all those toys. So heat up your hot chocolate thermos mugs. There's a Christmas toy convoy revving up. Santa got a semi flying down the road, southbound North Pole overload. Got a wreath on the grill, star on the hood. He's checking off his list, so you better be good. He's got a speaker on the top playing jingle bells. Red snow flaps on them 18 wheels. Tell me, have you ever seen steel and chrome fly? Beep, beep, bye-bye, Santa got a semi. Santa called up the state patrol. Said if you see him coming, boys, let him roll. We got a long night ahead and a big job to do. They said 10-4, Santa, you can roll on through. But be real careful, don't forget to buckle up, 'cause there's a whole lot of love in them big old trucks. Santa got a checking off his list, so you better be good. He's got a speaker on the top playing jingle bells, red snow flaps on them 18 wheels. Tell me, have you ever seen steel and chrome fly? Beep, beep, bye-bye, Santa got a semi. Big truck with a star on the hood, you better think twice, yeah, you better be good, call Santa got a semi flying down the road, southbound North Pole, overload, got a wreath on the grill, star on the hood, he's checking off his list, so you better be good. He's got a speaker on the top playing jingle bells, red snow flaps on them 18 wheels. Tell me, have you ever seen steel and chrome fly? Beep, beep, bye-bye, Santa got a semi. Beep, beep, bye-bye, Santa got a semi. Ho, ho, ho.
And that's a wrap on our special holiday episode, number 127 of the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast. Please remember to follow, subscribe, like, download, and share this podcast from whichever podcast platform you're enjoying it from, whether it be Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, Audible, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. We are everywhere, and we would certainly appreciate it if you were to share this with someone else inside the industry so they too can learn about how awesome it is to work at Stevens Transport. My name is Tim Cicerelli, otherwise known as Trucker Tim, and until next time, please be safe out there, and thank you so much for listening to the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast.